And you just watch the way Green Bay is getting started here. They're really crisp. There it is. You know, like they do in wrestling. Boom! There it is. Boom! Right there. That's a wham block. There it is.
Show me the money!
Good morning. Put the coffee on. It's time to wake and rake and win together. I mean, we got everybody here, Fantasy Sports Corporation and friends. We are live on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you're scrolling, you can find us. You want to subscribe because we're going to be here every single week. We'll hit all the games. We'll talk about the fantasy lineups, the wagers, all the stuff we're getting into. Let us know in the comments what decisions you are making this morning, and we'll do our very best to steer you in the right direction. We will steer you in the right direction. That's the level of confidence I have this morning, gentlemen. We got Elio from Average Joe's. We got PSR producer here making it all happen, moving the cameras around, doing all kinds of technical shit. David DZ something is here at Genesis_fantasy. Jordan is here. I mean, we got cricket, we got heavy steps. I mean, there's nothing we can't cover here between fantasy, DFS, and wagering. I feel good about it. Elio, how we doing this morning? How's Florida?
Fantastic, man. Just rainy a lot this week. We get some sun early in the day, but then after that, it becomes a fucking rainstorm like I'm on Zoom. But this is hurricane season, but it doesn't matter. Football goes on. Hurricane. That's what we say in Florida because it doesn't snow. So
I thought hurricane season was over.
Nah, bro, November.
David, how you doing this morning? And tell us once again how you say that last name.
It's Genesis.
Genesis. I got it now. It's clicked.
Yeah, I just figure it out too, man.
Yeah, no, I'm all right. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to watch some early London football.
Yeah, that game starts
up here right here in the background.
You got the game on, Jordan. Are you ready for your Cowboys to take on the New England Patriots today?
I am not ready for the Cowboys to do anything right now.
Rough one last week.
I've been purposefully avoiding Elio all week, and then I knew the time was coming. I couldn't escape him on Wake and Rake, so hopefully we get back in the win column this week and restore some pride to this fan base.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times the diehard fans can see those losses coming, the games you're supposed to win. Did you have any inkling that they were going to drop a game to Arizona?
No, we were down by like 2 touchdowns, and all my buddies were ragging on me, and I still wasn't even worried. I was like, what this Cardinals will get this, and then it came and went, and we did not get this. So hopefully this week we rebound.
Hey, if you guys had Daniel Jones, he would have had the comeback.
Gross.
Are we going to be playing Interception Man again, Jordan?
Yeah. 28.
David dropped a banger on me this week with the Interception Man as sang by the Eagles fan. So if you guys haven't got a chance, get in his DMs. Okay. That is world-class content he's got over there.
Cricket, how you doing? Are you ready for your Tampa Bay Bucks to take on the hated New Orleans Saints?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. It's always tough. We play a little rough down there in the New Orleans Dome, so I'm ready, but Baker got to show up to play today, man. How y'all doing? Everybody good?
Yeah, let's go. And I'm riding with Baker today. I was the only one that picked the Bucks on the first show today. So let's go. Let's go Bucks.
Let's go Bucks.
I got the Bucks on there too.
I'm gonna be with you guys as long as I can. But the kid, I may have to run the kid up to go take some swings with the team at batting practice. A little BP this morning on Sunday. But other than that, I'll be right here.
You gotta get some hacks in.
We gotta get the barrel on that ball, man. God bless. We got a tournament in 3 weeks, big travel tournament.
Yep.
Gotta start barreling that motherfucker up.
Getting dialed.
So sick of it. God damn. Fucking swinging.
Yeah, that kid is a walking double when she's swinging it right.
Yeah, she ain't swinging it right now. She got her head in fucking homecoming, boys. How you pull your head out of homecoming? Let's barrel this fucking ball up. Let's go.
I think maybe you just got to wait 2-3 days before she recalibrates.
I know most of you. I have kids. Elio, Jordan does. Cricket does. David's about to. A couple of them. 2 in the oven. Oh, you already have 2. Steps, are you childish?
Am Childless.
Childish.
If you want to, if you want to put it that way, I'm
Yeah,
childless. I do not have any
morning.
children.
The Mitch
Take your
is
time,
here, my
boy.
weekly check-in for America's team. 4-0. America's team. That's how
Oh
he says it.
God, here we go.
I'll tell you what, I'm feeling real good about my Dolphins to win the East wagers. They could even drop today's game, which I think they will, and still be okay. But that they should reverse that. You got to play in Florida in September, and you got to play in Buffalo, New York in like November, December.
That would
Remember,
be great.
You gotta get
here, and that was that crazy ass comeback by Miami. The Buffalo ran out of gas. This time around, it was home. Last year,
Heavy, you said you slept on some information and you had some new takes. What are you thinking about this morning?
Yeah. So one of them is, even though I have my Colts shirt on, I put a play on the Rams last night. I took the Rams at a pick 'em last night. Didn't have a play on it yesterday when we talked about it, but the more I thought about it overnight, woke up this morning, was just looking at things, and it kept just popping out to me. I know, Colts young team, Anthony Richardson's supposed to come back this week, but I still think that Stafford has a little bit left in the tank, and I think the Rams are the better team. So I had to put the money on the Rams, but I'll still cheer for my Colts today. It's a win-win, right? I lose money, but I win. I could win the game. So
yeah,
That's right.
either way, you're going to come out with some sort of emotional or fiscal benefit.
yes,
That's not a bad way to play it. Not at all. Well, should we get into these games? Speaking
Let's
of that
go.
game, Rams at Colts +1, or is it's a pick 'em now? You say?
I think
Total-
at the book, whatever book you have, kind of it's either pick 'em or +1.
yeah,
Maybe -1.5 at the most.
Total about 40.5. Saints missing a corner and a safety. Tampa missing corner Jamel Dean, defensive tackle Kalijah Cansey. Vita Vea questionable with a pec. If Cansey or Vita Vea don't play, then the middle of the line is going to be severely weakened, I would think. Has Kalijah Cansey played at all this year? About the heat. Oh, they were crying about the heat. That's why they didn't want to play it. Whatever. Anyway, has Kalijah Cansey played at all this year, Cricket?
I'm pretty sure he played. Did he play like week 1 or something? He played for a little bit, but he's been banged up pretty much the whole time. I mean, it's not even really been close to. He's got had that questionable tag, but I don't think he's ever been since he's gone off the field. He hasn't really been close to getting back on it just yet. So I don't know. We got quite a few banged up guys down there today. Some of them going to be questionable. We're going to have to decide right at game time. So a lot of question marks. It's going to be a tall task for the Bucs today.
Yep. But back to, I just read the wrong injury report.
I was wondering. I was like, when did we get to this game?
Out. Offensive tackle Bernard Raymond, Quentin Nelson. DeForest Buckner didn't practice all week. He's questionable. Tyler Higbee, same deal, questionable, but with an Achilles, hasn't practiced all week. Are the starts mostly obvious here? Your Richardson, your Pittman, Zach Moss, an auto start. Nobody
Must
had
start.
that. Nobody had that on the old bingo card week 1.
He's got a chip too. He's playing with a chip on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm. He's running angry.
Yep.
He sure looks like it.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy runs like he hates the ground.
Yep.
That's good. That's a good way to be.
Yep. Now, with Higbee not practicing all week, is that just more? Is that 25 targets for Puka Nacua this week instead of 20?
All of them. Every bit of them.
Real quick, Patriot 4165 over on Rumble Chat says, here to apologize to those who followed me on the Duke game from yesterday. I didn't realize the coach was a total fucking moron.
I was going to say, that was not your fault.
That was
They
not
fucked
your
that up all
fault,
by
Patriot.
themselves.
Both teams.
We
didn't
made the
do
right
well there.
right pick, Patriot. We were all over the right side of that thing. We can't help when they fuck us up.
We got a fantasy lineup question. It looks like we got a pick. There we go. Pick 2. Standard scoring, Michael Pittman versus the Rams, Judy versus Chicago, Evans, Jahan Dotson at Philly. I think Mike Evans, I'm taking out just because Lattimore.
Yeah.
I think
I'm not. I am still starting Mike Evans. He's off to the best start in his career. I think he's probably
Not
at
wrong.
worst good for 50 to 60 yards today. I think there are certainly scenarios where you can bench Evans today, but I don't think this is the lineup of wide receivers that would make me do it.
Yeah, because Jahan Dotson, as talented as he is, hasn't really put the fantasy points on the board yet. And Jerry Judy, you never know when he's going to limp off the field. So.
Mhm.
Probably Evans and Pittman, yeah?
That's what I would say.
Well, then I feel smart. What else do we think about this? Okay. Top of the morning. Hey, I'm trying to get into that DK contest. They got a $1 DraftKings contest. That,
Yeah, man, I'm all over it.
Trying to get Dorian Robertson in there. The second. Uh-oh.
This week.
You on mute, son. And he's searching. It's early. Yeah, I already read the wrong injury report. Like, we're getting our feet under us this morning.
Is that good?
Victory!
That means yes.
Yep.
I'm on the road. I'm traveling. So.
Oh, and you brought the equipment with you. Consummate professional. I don't know what consummate means.
Always be professional. Always be podcasting.
Hey, listen, real quick before this London game starts, are we playing Pitts today as the last chance for Pitts? They are going against the team that gives up the fourth most points to tight ends.
His only touchdown in London?
It is.
Have, like, his only
touchdown last year, I think. Yeah.
His first touchdown prop actually was wild this morning.
15-1, I saw.
Yeah,
I put him in my showdown lineup.
I did put $3 on that.
I might have to do
I didn't do it. Do I have time? It's 8:26. Do I have until 8:30?
I only play Kyle Pitts on those weekends that I hate money.
There it is. You know what, Chris?
Cricket.
$3.
Yeah, I think it's proven enough for 2 years, and that offense doesn't help.
I'll say this: I'm not worried at all about Kyle Pitts today, but I continue to worry about Desmond Ridder every day.
Every day.
Is CPAT playing? Either way, if he doesn't play,
he's playing.
$1 back.
He's playing.
30-1 on CPAT.
Yeah, he's playing.
I mean,
have you guys heard though? Kyle Pitts is really athletic.
Yeah, he is.
I
mean, he's really athletic. You just got to get the damn ball to him too. So that's a problem.
People are already maligning Brock Bowers. Like, they're already sad for the usage he's not going to get in the NFL.
In Atlanta?
Yeah, or wherever he goes.
That dude may
be poetic.
That dude may be the best player in college football. Brock Bowers may be the best player in college football. That dude's a freak.
Who's the backup QB in Atlanta? I think I know I asked this question.
Taylor Heineke, baby, and it's going to happen. I got ridiculed this offseason for saying that he would be a starter again this season. It is coming. Two more weeks max. It's coming.
Yeah. And then Kyle Pitts might. I mean, Heineke was pretty good with Logan Thomas in Washington, was he?
He likes tight ends.
Yeah. So
what are you doing to that cat, David?
There you go. Look at it. Man, he's covered in pussy.
She likes to stretch and then get her.
You call it the Simba Sunday stretch. Let's go.
Look at that. That's a good looking cat, bro.
Let's do this Bucks game now, shall we?
Saints
minus Bucks at the Saints. Saints minus 3.5. Total just 40.5. The Saints, like we said, missing a corner and a safety, but not Marshawn Lattimore. And then Tampa's got the middle of the line questionable and out. Are we starting Kendre Miller, Rashid Shaheed, Rashad White? I don't know about any of those guys.
You got to be careful, man.
Kamara.
Yeah, Kamara's back. Kamara's back. So that's where that offense is going to look a lot different, man. A lot of different layers to it. That guy provides a lot of protection to the quarterback just by the moves he can make in space outside when you can dump down to him. So having him back is going to be a big key for them. We'll have to see how Jameis plays today. I don't think Derek Carr's out, right? I'm pretty sure.
No, it is not official. They are saying that Derek Carr, they're gonna trot him out there and see what he looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, he's got to take warm-ups, right? He's going to see how he looks in warm-ups before they make a decision.
Yeah.
Well, I think either one of those quarterbacks' job become much easier when you put Alvin Kamara in the lineup right there. I like what I've seen from some of the weapons on the outside. That defense is nasty, and it's just a tough task for the Bucs. We always play rough. I mean, even the great Tom Brady only got one win down there in that dome in New Orleans. For whatever reason, this division game, we always play sloppy down there, start off slow. I'd like to see Baker bounce back after last week, but I just think today's a tall task for the Bucs.
Hence the 40.5 total. AK, what's the ownership looking like on Kamara? And also, what were you going to say that I just cut off?
The last time he played with Jameis, I don't think he didn't catch a lot of balls. It was a totally different.
I do recall this.
Like, he didn't have anywhere near the receiving points he did whenever Drew Brees was there.
How did they do in that game when Jameis played with him? Do you know that offhand?
Yeah. Kamara's at 8% ownership. So
Ooh,
that's the projection. So you can imagine it's going to be anywhere from like 6 to 10.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm digging the plus 3.5, man, with the Bucks. I'm digging that number for whatever reason. It is fucking screaming at me. Bet me.
Let me look up the receiving stuff for.
Feels like a 2017 game, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Over under 40.
Yeah. Points I think are going to be hard to come by in this game. And I think Allen, as a head coach in divisional games against the spread, is awful as a favorite. So I just think that I think Bucks. It really does, like you said, with those injuries in the middle of the defensive line. I think that is going to be a big problem if they don't have that. But I still 3.5. It's hard to go into New Orleans and win, but with the points being hard to come by, the total set where it's at 3.5, I think it's a field goal. I think it's a good bet.
Yes, that says over under 3 punches thrown between Evans and Lattimore. There have been ejections in the past.
I'm taking the under, but I would also say it's only because there's going to be one body slam involved.
WWE this year.
And then that'll be it.
Evans had a bad game last week, but still fucking had a touchdown and 50 receptions. I mean, 50 yards receiving and a bunch of receptions. So Baker goes to him regardless who the hell is on him. So
yeah, he's
which
got
is smart.
60 and a touchdown in every game.
Every game.
So.
He was talking about him in the preseason as just a guy who, no matter what, you could throw to him. You know, he's there for you. So we knew that was going to be his favorite target from the preseason.
Like Megatron. 4 feet above his head. He's open every time. Jordan, fellow tight end enthusiast. Cade Otton, 25 receiving yards, minus 110. He's playing over 90% of snaps in every game, facing a good pass rush. Do we think Baker has to get rid of the ball more quickly? Maybe dumps it off to old Cade Otton a couple times? I mean, 2 catches gets us to 25 yards.
Yeah, I do like the over on Cade Otton just with the matchup with Lattimore and Evans. So I actually do like that play quite a bit.
I think we could get some sacks too. Granderson maybe gets, Baker has to hold on to the ball a little longer because Evans is covered. That extra half a second. I don't know. Baker's only been sacked 5-6 times this year, so he's getting rid of it. He's a vet. He's been hit enough times.
He's getting rid of it. He's running. He's getting out of trouble as well with his feet. You know, he's never been fast, but he's always been pretty good at moving around and getting away from stuff. So he's doing a much better job.
Baker, maybe not for fantasy, but in real football, I feel like Baker has looked as good as he's ever looked this year.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I think sack props on that Saints front seven, though, is always going to be a pretty good bet this year. Those guys are pretty nasty and really get after it. So I could see Baker going to get sacked at least a couple times a day.
Yep.
Kamara with Jameis has 46 total yards against Atlanta last year. And then 73 total yards against Carolina last year. And only had like 2 or 3 receptions. That was with Jameis.
Yeah, Jameis doesn't play. I mean, Jameis doesn't really do anything for that offense because Andy Dalton went in last year, all right? And that offense looked, as shitty as it was, it looked better with Andy than it did with Jameis. So it just, Jameis is the problem in my book today.
And I just want to say, if he gets, 56 yards and 2 catches, that's like RB7 on the week. So,
yep, that's true.
Kyle Pitts would never.
Never.
I think I like Chris Olave, 84 receiving yards plus 110. I think that's more smash game.
Yeah.
You're going to head down to the Olave garden, get some endless receptions and touchdowns.
Yep.
And that's one thing that if Jameson does start, regardless of the quarterback, but he's going to be looking at Olave like there's no tomorrow. Because remember, if you go back to his days in the Bucs, man, he's going to look for the biggest wide receiver and the stud of that team. He does target the best receiver in the team a lot. So
yes,
Mike Thomas catching more balls than I expected, but it's clear Chris Olave is the number 1 on that team.
Absolutely.
A little Bengals Titans. Little Bengals Titans. Or Titans plus 2.5 total 41. Big Irv Smith is out. Treylon Burks is out. Pete Skoronski is out. And it's going to be an ugly one, is it not, Cricket?
Yeah, man, I think this is going to be a nasty game to watch. Bengals look much better, much improved last week. We still got Joe Burrow banged up with that calf. Don't know how much you're going to get out of him each week. He can tweak it one way, one step, and be out for the game. So you got to be careful with him right there. I do like Joe Mixon's under on his rushing props today. I think it's in about 52.5. Titans front seven is pretty nasty. I don't think they're going to allow any running back to get over their rushing yards this year. So I'm going to pile on Joe Mixon's under for the rushing yard. But this is going to be a weird game. The line's kind of weird to me, as bad as the Titans looked last week. Bengals look much improved at home against the Rams. But I don't know. This just feels like a time for Mike Vrabel to come back home after getting embarrassed on the road, get his guys fired back up, and win a game he's not supposed to win.
Yeah, this is just we've seen this play out a number of times. And I mean, the Bengals, a primetime game in the all white uniforms. I mean, once I saw them run out on the field in those things, I knew. I was like, oh no.
Those are dope.
Yeah.
Do we want to go over on Henry's carries?
I want to go over on Henry this week. I don't think the Bengals can stop the run to save their life. I think if there's ever going to be signs of life for Derrick Henry in this Titans offense, it is today against the Bengals.
If he doesn't,
we might want to do both carries and yards, right? To Jordan, I was feeling comfortable with the carries as well. So
I like them both.
That was going to be done.
Sorry, guys, I have the Toy Story stream on, and they bring the ball in every play with the claw.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That sounds like a better way to start a football game than a kickoff. I will say that.
Absolutely. You know, it's like a known fact that if Derrick Henry gets 20-plus carries, they tend to win games. And I'm looking at his carry totals. 17 is minus 108. 18 is already plus odds at plus 104.
If he doesn't get over that, they should fire the entire coaching staff.
They've been giving him a chance to show what he can do.
And he is not listed. They are not allowing us to bet on Tajay Spears carries.
Because they don't know.
Tajay Spears receiving might be a move. I don't know. Let's see what the rushing
receptions. He gets targeted, enough when good defense against him. So I think he had like 4 receptions the last time, and I think target like 5 or 6, and 3 the game before too. I was looking at it earlier. But he does get target also, put some thumb down. So that might be something. I think his reception might be over 2.5 or something like that. So that's probably one to look at if you want to throw something in the garbage.
Yeah. There he is.
Derrick Henry plus 89 rushing yards.
But Olave has gone over 80 receiving yards with Jameis Winston 3 out of the 4 times.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry plus 89 yards and first touchdown score plus 1,100.
Ooh.
$3.
Bad. That's a nice little $3 wager. I like that. I'm thinking about Chris Olave 100 receiving yards now. The guys are talking about how, and we know Jameis. Olave 95 is plus 179. 105 is plus 325. There it is. That's the one. That's the one. $2 to win $850.
Tampa Bay's 27th against
15
receiving yards.
Now?
Tampa Bay's 27th against receiving yards and 24th against overall.
But the run game they stuff. They're one of those what the kids call a pass funnel. Chucking the ball. Ooh, Jameis attempts, stuff like that. We're back on the Saints game.
Sorry, I mean to take us back.
It's good information.
Whoops.
Solid information.
It takes me a while to look it up.
Yeah. You got the Hall of Fame bets over there giving us all kinds of sharp stuff. I like those tweets. Yes. They're helpful. Cricket, who are you taking in this game in the Bengals Titans?
Man, I'm probably going to wind up staying away from it. It just feels like a weird game to me. I thought the Bengals looked pretty good last week, especially defensively. Really got some pressure on Matthew Stafford. I think sacked him 6-7 times, something like that. So I thought I was going to pile on the Bengals, but it just feels weird to me. Mike Vrabel back at home, usually after coming off a loss like this on the road where they kind of got embarrassed, he usually tends to get his guys fired up and ready to go. And it just feels like a weird game to me. So I'm probably avoiding this one, man. I've been trying to chase back and forth on this one all week long, trying to find a side, and I just can't. The line ain't moved any, so I don't think anybody knows nothing. And I'm probably avoiding this one, to be honest.
I'm kind of with you, Cricket. I just feel like this is a game that Tennessee wins when they're not supposed to. I just feel it.
They're gonna ugly this thing up. they're gonna ugly this
Tina
thing
is
up.
giving
They're gonna
all
be-
of you guys a dirty look. I'm just letting you know.
Like I said, I didn't say for sure. I just said I didn't know, and I've just seen this movie before, and it feels weird.
Hell, tell Dina I'm giving Joe Burrow a dirty look because he's killing me in fantasy this year.
He knocked me out of Dennis's league, okay? Single-handedly knocked me out.
Week 1, yeah.
Week
She
one.
had T. Higgins
Who
and
day? Dina, who day?
I heard that voice. I heard that voice. I was like, yes, God. What is it?
Call me nuts.
I got a game that's not weird at all. This one is fun. Dolphins at Bills. Bills -3. We're missing Jordan Poyer from Buffalo and Jalen Phillips from Miami. Two solid players. Jordan, what do you think about this one?
I'm starting everything I got in this one. Every one of them, like, give me the overs. It's gonna be
it's props galore, man.
bonanza. This is my second favorite game of the week. I love everything on Diggs. I love everything. I think this is a big Waddle game.
Yep, me too.
It's
Yes.
everything. Yeah. Yes.
I got Waddle and Diggs all over the place there too. I mean, even if you look, I think James Cook is going to have a huge game. Might want to put an anytime touchdown on there too. He hasn't scored a touchdown all year long, and this is kind of the right game script. He's been running exactly. He's been great, but he hasn't found the end zone. I think this is the right game script based on what we're looking at to hit it today. So, but yeah, I'm all over the fucking Bills too, man, and the Dolphins. It's a lot of value there.
Yeah,
Buffalo though. I think Buffalo might take it.
Total is 53.5. I'm going to find my favorite prop in games like this is longest touchdown over 39.5 yards. Lately, I've seen some 34.5. This one's going to be 39.5. I'm sure.
I feel like that's a great bet anytime the Miami Dolphins play.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody's going to get it. Tyreek or Waddle. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a solid bet in all those games. I mean, they just chuck it down the field. Tua getting rid of it. His time to throw is the shortest in the league, and his average depth of target is the longest in the league. That doesn't seem like it's scientific.
Monster.
That's what happens when you have Tyreek Hill on your team. You can drop back for 1.5 seconds and throw it 60 yards.
It's to me, it's not just Tyreek Hill. They've just got like track stars all over the damn place. Like I would feel confident just sending the Miami Dolphins to the Olympics to compete in our relays and stuff. Like so much speed, it's ridiculous.
I mean, Devon Achani, he was running all over people. He took one and just looped around the whole line, up the sideline, and in. He doesn't want us to pronounce it Devon A-Chain anymore. It's Devon Achani.
And don't forget, man, Tua's getting time. He's getting protected. That's one of the biggest reasons as well. You could run the ball as effectively, and he's able to get that. I mean, I think I saw last week, did his uniform get dirty at all? I mean, I don't think this dude has touched the ground consistently. I mean, this guy comes out as white as those damn unis are at home. He comes out as white at the end of the day, bro. I mean, they've done so far what they needed to do, which is protect their biggest asset to feed that fucking offensive monster. And through 4 games we're at.
Yeah,
3 games.
A couple of weeks ago, he didn't even have Armstead either. Yeah. And he's that offensive line's been playing great. Miami's been firing on all cylinders. Absolutely.
When they hired McDaniel, and I saw that video of him calling Tua on the phone, like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this together. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
This goofy bastard.
And they've done nothing but scorched earth since.
That goofy motherfucker, bro. He's out there in the stands calling plays and taking selfies with the pictures. That's how disrespectful that damn game was last week.
If you don't like Mike McDaniels, there is something wrong with you, or you're a Bills fan.
No.
It is a you problem. I love Mike McDaniel, but I'm all over the Bills today. Everybody high on the Dolphins. Everybody feeling the Dolphins all over it. It looks good. I think the Bills going to come out only giving up 2.5. I like anything under a field goal right here.
Hangover game, bro. It's what I'm thinking.
I'm just going to say, and I don't think this will happen, but if Miami comes out and puts up 70 today, I'm locking them in on all my Super Bowl bets moving forward.
Yeah, just go ahead and give them the trophy.
Yep. I did think about betting them to win the Super Bowl.
They put up 30 on this team, which is very possible, and they win. Dude, go ahead and lock them in, because Buffalo, their defense is not bad. They've been playing pretty decent defense all year. And, the offense picked up because they played a couple of bad teams after they played the Jets. But listen, 35 points and a win. This is like shit, man. That's as good as 70 against a really good fucking team.
Yeah.
When the man gets on the PA,
really Patriots defense.
Yep.
when the man gets on the PA and he says starting safety number 3, DeMar Hamlin, that place is going to go absolutely bananas.
It is going to be hype.
And that's going to be tough to overcome.
Yeah, they'll be hyped for that.
And then Tyreek Hill's going to burn him for like a 70-yard TD, and everyone's going to calm the fuck down.
I hope they have him on the tight end, bro. You know what I mean? Him or Waddle.
I'm looking at some of these projected ownerships, and it's not really. I mean, it doesn't seem like people are playing. You know, Tyreek Hill's below 10%
because he's expensive, and so
Jalen Waddle's at 1%. Stephon Diggs 13%.
What?
You got Waddle come back from
Waddle
injury
in the
too, though.
spot.
I think people are going to trade lightly with him, with him coming back from that injury.
Waddle loves them Bills matchups though. It's
And DFS, dude, I'm sliding Waddle as many lineups as I can get because he's a whole lot cheaper. You know, as a second
even the
receiver
running
or whatever
backs
it
for
is.
Miami, they're they're both below 5%. It's like everything this game has the makeup for everything, but it seems like people are staying away from it. I don't know. It's weird.
It's going to be like 7-6.
Hill and Dig.
That's what people are scared of. You're looking at some of these games lately where everybody's like, "Oh, this is going to be a shootout," and they haven't been a shootout.
Did those games have Miami in it, David?
If we go Hill and Diggs anytime TD, it's plus 380. That's what Patriot 4165 over in the Rumble chat said.
That's not bad. That's not
feels
bad.
too easy.
I mean, those
It
are
feels
two
too-
top.
It feels too easy.
65 says go Bills over in Rumble chat.
Is it too warm for the Bills right now?
Is it too
To
hot?
really be firing on all cylinders. Where's the sun? Is the sun shining on Miami's bench?
What about
Are they-
0.5 interceptions for our boy Josh Allen? Doesn't he throw a pick here and there?
He usually throws a pick in a big game. It doesn't mean he's going to lose it, but he usually screws up at least once.
You should see if you could get that to red zone. That's usually when he throws the picks.
Yeah, if you can narrow it down to that. Josh
you can also-
Allen. Oh, wow. His rushing yards are pretty low. 38 yards is minus 107.
Ooh, I like over on that.
14.
Take those.
Yeah, I like that because he's going to run the ball today. He's going to try to make some plays with his feet and stuff. So I like that. Over anything under 40 right there, I think you're in a good spot.
I would even probably take an alternate bet. I would bet that and take an alternate bet on like a plus money up to like 50 yards. He does like to use his legs in these spots in these big games. So
You can get plus 114 on 48 yards.
I'd probably just stick with the 107.
Yeah, that extra 10 that could burn you.
That's where they get you.
That's where they get you, scrolling down to find those plus signs. It's happened to me many times. My cautionary tale.
I understand. I get it.
Yeah, there's nobody we're not starting in this game other than I thought Durham Smythe was the guy, but Julian Hill has gotten all the work since he came back down there in Miami.
I think you got to be careful with any of the tight ends in this game. Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, Durham Smythe, all that. You probably want to stay away. That's probably the only people you want to stay away from this. The defenses and the tight ends.
I'm already
Dawson Knox will catch 3 touchdowns for 4 yards.
I hope you're right, AK. That sounds awesome.
The Donald Palmer
Right now.
line. Let's go.
This is a Dawson Knox 4 tutties, 3
Ooh.
yards. You know, number one tight end on the slate.
What's Dawson Knox 2+ TDs?
Oh, that's going to be up there. I
That's
bet.
probably juicy. That's probably juicy. I was thinking that. Okay,
Get us the numbers on that.
I slid him in my dynasty lineup. I'm over Tyler Higbee shit. So I was like, I'm going to roll with Dawson Knox, being a backup or whatever he is now.
16-1 for 2, 100-1 for 3.
Yes.
Oh, man, 100-1 for
Kermit
3.
the Frog meme. Do it.
Oh, man.
Do it.
I think that's the one, AK. I think that's the one.
Do it. Do it. I have Gabe Davis in my lineup, who I started over Romeo Dobbs, and now I'm just staring at that 18.5 points on my bench. And I'm like, damn, Gabe needs to put it together.
He's a horrible route runner.
All it takes is one.
He's a
with that
freak
guy,
athlete, though.
His route running capabilities are. It's weird too because he's always open. But
He's just not getting the volume, man. He's only. I mean, in that Las Vegas game, he had 7 targets. The other 2 games, he only had 4 targets. I mean, he had 6 catches in the Vegas game, but 2 against the Jets, 1 against Washington. He did get a TD in the last 2 games, so I don't feel good about him getting back in the end zone today. I don't know. This guy, man, has been an anomaly to me for years. Since he had that big game in the playoffs, he's just boom or bust, and way more times than not, it's a bust.
He's a down the field straight line guy. It doesn't seem like he's a he's a technician with his route running. When you watch him, he doesn't get in and out of breaks clean or create a lot of separation. He rounds
And that
off
means-
a lot of his.
Yeah, that means a lot too in fantasy, man. You got to get open to catch those passes, get the volume, get the PPR points, and all that stuff. So if you're just trying to burn people deep, you're only going to have a couple of those a game. So I need that precision route runner who's going to be able to check it down and all that stuff and get those extra 4 or 5 points for me off extra 4 or 5 catches.
Well, now I'm getting suckered into the -3 cricket. We're talking about these teams, and it sounds like Miami is by far the more talented one. And now we got the wide receiver too on Buffalo, rounding off his post routes. I mean,
yeah,
freaked out about that.
My thing is if a team
the
hangs
guy
up
only
70,
takes. You know what he does on.
Go ahead, AK.
You know what he does on the way to the game? He just takes traffic circles. He won't even take right turns. He just finds all the traffic circles on the way to the stadium.
Shit, man. Hey, he could never be a garbage truck driver, bro. You know what I mean? Because you got to make a lot of right turns on there and left. So it's like,
sounds like he'd be a hell of a NASCAR driver, though.
Shit.
But, yeah, like Cricket was saying, a team scores 70, you just auto fade them the next week, and they're playing a good team.
They're 1-6.
Yeah, I see it.
Teams
It just
are
makes me
1-6.
feel rough. You got a team that hangs up
60 or
70
more.
points and they're a dog the next week. Like that just that smells funny to me.
Hey.
You hang up 70 and you're a dog. I don't know about that.
That's why I said if they drop 30 points, 35 points today, dude, fucking pencil them in. They are the best team in the NFL.
What were you saying, AK? Teams are 1-6 after they put up 60?
Straight up or ATS?
Yeah. I saw that stat today.
Is that straight up?
I didn't. I just looked at the big giant numbers.
I
think
mean,
it's straight up.
I bet it's
the
straight
fact that
up.
they're 1-6, regardless of the I think of the spread. Yeah, that's probably a good
Because
good measure. That's a
No
number.
bills.
If you're Miami, like how fucking disrespected do you feel in the
Oh,
locker
absolutely.
room today? Like,
Yeah.
we just hung 70. What more do we have to do to prove that we are the shit? You know?
Yeah.
You don't want to know what's
Don't lose
crazy.
today.
Local radio is pissed off, of course, but they're worried about the Bills. You know what I mean? They are worried about the Bills. That's the one. That's a Detroit
Little brother
Pistons.
syndrome.
Yeah, that's the Detroit Pistons for the Chicago Bulls, right? You know what I'm saying? Trying to get over that hump. It's not New
Division
England
rival.
anymore.
Couldn't do
You know
it
what I'm
without
saying?
Scotty.
Yeah, so
This game probably cements our perceptions
LeBron and
on
the
these two
Celtics, right?
teams.
So
Like whoever wins this game, we're going to decide is the better team, and that's just kind of the belief we're going to hold. John's coming in. We're going to get some dollar bet club action in about 10 minutes. Before we do that, let's talk about, is this your favorite game, Jordan? Patriots or Cowboys?
No, nothing
Cowboys
about the
-6?
Dallas Cowboys is my
43
favorite
and a
right
half?
now.
He put
Nothing.
himself on trial the other night, man.
I
about the
did.
cow bitches.
How do you think this game plays out, Jordan?
It's going to be gross. It's going to be ugly. I don't want to play anybody in this game. And Dallas is going to squeak out a win before we get that ass waxed next week against San Francisco.
Ooh, that is
How the tables have turned on the Cowboys fans.
Oh, yeah. You lose to Arizona, and it changes a man. Say it.
It changes who you are.
I mean, shit, man. I feel bad for the guy, and I was happy that they lost to Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing I got to hang on my hat so far. 3 games, we didn't lose to them. They did.
They did beat
The guy-
you 40
Josh-
though.
Josh Dobbs
Again, bro,
doesn't even
listen,
have a jersey.
They were the better team. All right, you lose to the better team wins all the time.
We
In this
beat
case,
y'all
again-
by 40, Elio. Let's
Again,
not play pretend here.
We didn't lose.
We
We
would
didn't
still
lose to
whoop
the
that
Arizona
ass
Cardinals,
today.
man. All right,
So
we
who
didn't
do
lose
you
to the
think,
Arizona
Jordan?
Cardinals.
Who do you think Bill takes away? CeeDee Lamb?
CeeDee Lamb, 100%. I think it's CeeDee Lamb in this game, and I mean you got to start him in your lineups because it's CeeDee Lamb. But I'm not starting him with any kind of confidence in this game. I think Dallas's best bet is going to be some combination of Tony Pollard and banging the drums since day one. Jake Ferguson for that anytime touchdown.
I was gonna say, hey, Fergie is down for end zone today. I mean, that's the script is there.
Here's what I'm gonna say about Jake Ferguson. He's got to cash in soon because they're only gonna give him all of this red zone work for so long. And if he doesn't start capitalizing them, I mean, we've struggled in the red zone, and a lot of that is on Jake Ferguson not catching those balls. And so, I mean, if he doesn't do it, I could see a shift real quick in my thought process. There. Still,
good morning,
on
homies. Good morning, Facebook user. Yeah,
Hey, man.
I don't know if you watched Waking Up with TSS, I put Rico Dowdle anytime touchdown in my picks last week. It felt real good when I saw him march in the end zone. Rico Dowdle.
Rico Dowdle, baby.
Keep doubting him. Keep doubting him.
I like Tony Pollard to have a big game today.
I think
two straight games without a TD. I think 2+ TDs from Tony Pollard might be a good bet today. I think they're going to try to utilize him in that offense. They're going to try to take away CD Lamb, like you said, Jordan.
Receiving or rushing touchdowns?
I think it's going to be more receiving, man. I think it's going to be more from the receiving side of the ball. I do like the Patriots front seven there and the way they interact with that run game. But I think Tony Pollard's going to get involved today and get the volume he needs, get some red zone volume. But it's probably going to be receiving touchdowns unless they get on the 1 yard line or something, and hand that trash right up the middle there. But I do think he gets in the end zone a couple times today.
Biggest smash to me today is Ezekiel Elliott anytime touchdown. There is no way.
Hey, they're letting
Bill's gonna get him in that end zone 100% against the Dallas Cowboys.
Did y'all see what just happened?
Yeah, Calvin Ridley just got a touchdown against
First
his
touchdown.
team.
Got him,
There
baby.
it is.
Anytime.
Dude, a lot of
I bet him. I bet him.
The books
Score. That
books
baby.
had-
Let's go.
Check one off, baby.
You're already
They had to
winning.
have lost money. They had to have. So many people bet him to score a touchdown, and I bet his yards just to play safe. But you know how many people bet that first touchdown right there?
One of those assholes.
Man,
Dude.
I normally bet like 5 or 6 of those if it's only one game on. This morning I was half asleep here getting ready for this all. And I was like, fuck it, Calvin Ridley.
What was
What
the
are
line
Ridley?
to
It was
on
like
the
plus-
first touchdown?
Plus 800, I think.
700, 800. Dude,
Yep.
Winner.
I got him, baby.
Calvin Ridley.
What was Ridley's yards at for today?
67,
yeah.
I think.
He's got
And what,
30
over
on
5.5
both
receptions too, right? And I think over 5.5 receptions.
Yeah.
That's what the line was too. So
I bet his reception yards up to 100. So like I bet like
Okay.
3 different tiers on that. So
Is that ladder stuff? Ladder bets
yeah,
or whatever?
escalator bets. I got like
I gotta
Kirk
get
Cousins
on these.
yardage
Mhm.
last week. I got 2 his yardage last week on like 3 different. He was like plus 380 to like 350 yards. Tua
Who's
last
that?
week. So Tua
Who-
last week.
Oh,
That-
shit.
now I just need Trevor Lawrence to go 2+, over 2 touchdowns. That's my other one that I
And
I
if
parlay-
you get that
If you
like-
bet his rushing yards this week, he's got a lot of rushing yards in the first
shit,
quarter.
man. I didn't. I
Lawrence.
didn't. He already had 22 like on one run. So,
Yeah,
but I did.
yeah.
I went 2. I went 1.5 over 1.5 touchdowns. So I need 2 because I parlay that with any time. So that's gonna give me a good start.
Calvin Ridley had the dropsies last week.
He
That was
did.
weird.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got to be careful on those
nobody-
Jaguars. Those Jaguars receivers, man. You got a guy like Evan Ingram who's tied for the lead, the team lead in receptions. I think it was 18. It's going to be kind of when Zay Jones gets back. It's kind of pick your poison in this offense. I think you're going to see a lot of these guys be boom or bust each week. I think it's going to be hard to see a couple of them go off in the same week. So you're going to have to kind of pick your poison when it comes to those guys when Zay Jones gets back.
Yeah, but
I was
fucking Trevor
watching a
Lawrence needs to
little,
play better though, man.
well, a lot
Trevor
of
Lawrence
people-
play better, dude. He's been playing
Yeah.
like shit the last after the first. He hasn't been playing consistently at all, even from the beginning of the season. So if this guy doesn't get it together, then yeah, you're gonna have a problem. This team is way too talented to be 1 and 2. You know what I mean?
He leads the league in passes graded catchable. That
That's
were
what I was-
dropped.
Oh, that's a crazy stat. That's a next gen stat
Yeah.
right there.
That's
I
what
was
I was getting
watching.
ready
I
to
was
say.
watching a little PFF last night,
That's
getting
what
into the nerds.
Okay.
What you got,
Okay.
AK?
I mean, people are blaming Lawrence or putting it at his feet. And I'm like, dude, if you watched the game last week, like he was hitting people in the chest and the balls were just not being caught. Like,
Balls
I mean, they got
Ridley,
behind
He's
because
had-
Calvin Ridley
he's also,
dropped like
and that's true, but
Yeah.
he's also had turnovers in every single game.
Well, And,
so
and
far.
not only that, going to AK's point, a couple of weeks ago, it was just like every pass was right in the back of the end zone, right in their hands, but they just could not stay in bounds. Like there were like 3 touchdowns in that game that he just was inches away on. So I love that narrative.
Yeah. Zay Jones is usually good at that, getting the feet inbounds, but now last
I think it was. Who did he hit back? Did he hit Ridley too as well? Right, like one of those.
Ridley, and then Ridley almost decapitated himself on the goalpost on
Yep.
another
Those
one. And then,
Yeah, he did. He hit that thing full speed. There's no give in a goalpost.
I think that's a fun
Yikes.
bet for AFC champion or Super Bowl would be the Jags because people are looking at them like,
Yeah,
what's wrong with the Jags? And it's like they can't catch. The freaking ball's covered in petroleum jelly.
Yes.
Apparently,
Yeah, you're looking at the damn Toy Story replays and Andy's room and shit like that. Yet on your phones for this game, so it's like I'm looking at it.
watching that stream.
Yeah, I don't have it on me because my TV's on the opposite end. But I'm like looking every
we didn't
time.
need Ridley to score. I put Kirk in my DFS lineup.
Oh, bummer. I can't believe I missed
You know.
another revenge angle. Jimmy Graham had the first touchdown against the Packers.
Mhm.
Calvin Ridley had the first touchdown against the Jags. There was a couple more too.
Don't miss out on Ezekiel Elliott. I'm telling you, anytime touchdown lock.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yep.
Hey, are the Cowboys missing him? I know we talked a little bit about Pollard not really running the ball into the end zone. Like, do you think they're missing him on those goal lines and the red zones?
I think as of right now, it seems like they're missing him more than what they are. Again, I'm going to go right back to my man, Jake Ferguson. There have been on pretty much every drive, they're targeting him, and he just has not been able to bring them in. So I do think they're missing Zeke. I think they're missing Dalton Schultz a little bit, but I still think they'll figure that out.
I mean, Schultz used to be Dak's fucking favorite target in the red zone. I mean,
Jake Ferguson is Dak's favorite target. I mean, he leads the league in red zone targets. You know, he's if he can just catch the damn ball, it's ridiculous.
Freaking Dak used to like feed that damn ball through a feeding tube if he had to Jake to fucking Schultz on the end zone, man. I remember him forcing some balls. I'm like, dude, yo, you got other players, bro. He loved this fucking tight end.
So plus 300 touchdown for Ferguson. I should take that.
I don't know.
He's gonna get at least 2 cracks at it. That's what I'll say. Hey, I would feel okay about it.
Now, whether he catches or not, a horse of a different
I'm
color.
probably the wrong guy to ask about Jake Ferguson, though, because I've been on this since the preseason. I can't.
It's got to hit, right? Eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
Jordan's a bit biased when it comes to Mr. Ferguson.
I am.
Well, I got to hop on the bandwagon at the right time, right?
It hit 2 weeks ago.
I feel like this bandwagon's gained some momentum and steam. I'm starting to see more and more people talk about Jake Ferguson. It's like, yeah, I fucking told you so. But if he doesn't catch the ball, it's all for nothing.
Yeah,
They're going to put some extra stickum on his gloves this week, baby.
Hopefully. I will say this, though. I like the Ezekiel Elliott anytime touchdown better, though. That to me, if there is one lock this week, I'll keep saying it. It's Zeke in the end zone.
So you're saying I should parlay Zeke with Ferguson?
Holy shit!
100%.
Is what you're saying.
Wow. I like that
for sure.
Welcoming to the stage, Dollar Bet Club CEO and representative and CFO. He's basically the whole corporation. Johnny Headbands. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. I just placed a new bet. Dollar Bet Club put 5 units on the Broncos alternate spread minus 9.5. That's my bet for the Bears. No Chase Claypool today. Feel like they're packing it in, and we don't give a shit anymore. That's where I'm at.
This is a give-up game for the Bears?
Might be. So I'm entering it into the official Dollar Bet Club spreadsheet as we speak.
Nice.
That Chase Claypool, bro. Different team, same shit.
Yeah, I think it hurts him being off the field because when he's on it, he's not giving 100% effort unless his numbers.
It's crazy. Like every team he's been on doesn't know how to use him, according to him.
He's a bum.
Or get the most out of him, I guess, at this point, right?
I just want to say that I know it's really hard to give. I know it's really hard to give Chase Claypool the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, it is the Bears, so I kind of maybe might give him the benefit of the doubt here, maybe.
Well, he also came from the Steelers.
That's what I'd say. He's sucked where
know how to
he's
develop a wide receiver. So
he's Canadian too. He played Canadian high school football, so
he's been paid a lot of maple syrup.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
that should have been the first we can tell.
He got a really late start in football. He didn't play. He was a basketball player for most of his.
Maybe he should go back to basketball.
Maybe,
maybe.
It would probably beat playing for the Bears. I'll say that.
Hit the G League, brother. You know what I'm saying?
The G League.
Crazy thing is,
great spot for a whiner.
Yeah,
he wasn't like that in college. In college,
let him go to the Lakers.
He was solid. Yeah, the Lakers.
Go to the Lakers.
It is funny with the Bears, like DJ Moore, like they don't know how to use him. Reportedly, they don't know how to use Claypool. They don't know how to use Fields. So what do they?
Because
what do they know how to use?
They know how to lose football games. Is what they know.
According to all the players.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. According to all the players, nobody knows how to use anyone. It's just a free for all up there.
I bet they'll figure out how to use Caleb Williams next year.
Yeah,
let's hope.
He can do it.
Fingers crossed.
Maybe if the Bears players had a little bit of accountability, they might be a little bit better football team.
You know, and in his opening press conference, Eberflus said he had this hits principle, which really amounted to being a head football coach and holding people accountable. And he acted like it was some revolutionary thing that he came up with and gave it a really cute little acronym. And he has done none of that since. We've got Nate Days Off Davis. Who knows what's going on with him? He was supposed to be a top player. And now Chase Claypool. It's just in disrepair is where we're at right now. So I'm betting that the Broncos beat us by 10. I think they're coming off an embarrassment. Russ isn't doing awful. He threw for 300 yards. I think Sean Payton, eventually that's going to click in, and he's going to be able to find some open receivers today, definitely. And I honestly just envision us losing by 10. So,
John,
I think that's about as much of a cash bet as my my bet last month or last week. I was down a little bit, so I put 40 units on the Kansas City Chiefs money line just to make up the losses I made otherwise. So broke the rule a little bit, but hey, you got to break the rule sometimes to make some money.
That's Fantasy Joker is here with a question for us. What up, fellas? PPR start 2. Mims, Tank Dell, Mike Evans, Gabe Davis. I love Marvin Mims, but I don't know if I can put him in the.
I'm gonna go.
Tank Dell automatic.
I like Tank Dell, but I like Marvin Mims today. John just gave me the breakdown on that thing, man. They're gonna light him up today. I didn't know you were a Bears fan, John. That's rough. But you live in Colorado too, don't you?
Yeah, I was in Chicago for about 7 years, though.
Okay. Fair enough. So it's a hard time to be a Bears fan.
Hey, talking about the Bears, what do you think of the 46.5 over under? I know it's
over. Probably.
Both defenses are terrible.
You want to go the over on that one? I think it's going to be. You think the Bears get in the end zone a couple of times today?
If you're going to play it, it's not terrible.
Okay.
If it was sitting around 43.5 or 44, I'd be more concerned and probably want to lean toward the under. But sitting at 46.5 right there, that's a little high. I see them. They might wind up being like a 38-35 final or something.
Wow.
I guess what you're really asking there is we know Fields isn't going to find the end zone with the wide receiver. He might find one passing touchdown. Really, your question there is how much is he going to be scrambling today? Because that's really what you're betting on if you think the Bears are going to put up more than two to three scores.
Yeah, exactly.
It's tough. I've stayed away from Bears over unders because it is hard because he could shake the cobwebs loose and then run for 2-3 touchdowns for all we know. So I don't know. I'm staying away from that. I have no good input for that one.
Do we like the Bears running backs after what Miami just did to Denver?
Javonte Williams.
I mean, if you got to have some real bad running back problems to play running back in this game.
Khalil Herbert, I mean. Roshan, Khalil.
Roshan.
Actually, but
Roshan's going to be solid.
He's priced ahead.
If we learned one thing this week is that Bears can pick up a good running back. Now they can't use them; they can trade them to the Lions and they can wreck shop. But they've got talent at running back.
Are you telling me the Bears don't know how to use a player?
No, not again.
Are you accusing the Bears?
Who's your source?
Where's Joe Namath when you need him, bro? All right, he needs to start tweeting out some shit about the Bears too. Somebody
get a man on the phone.
Dick Butkus, but I don't know that he's all there. I think he's lost a few marbles. So I think his days of criticizing the Bears are over.
Great quarterbacks in Bears history. Get Rex Grossman. Let's get Rex Grossman's opinion.
Hey man,
this is why the people wake up for Wake and Drake every morning for solid knowledge. Like the Bears are terrible.
Yep, Rex Grossman talk. That's what we're about.
Hey, I got a bet for you on this one.
Lay it on us.
So everyone knows how the NFL scripted, and we've got all the 0-3 teams playing each other this week. So I'm thinking Broncos and Vikings both get it done to get their first win. So I like that parlay right there. If you don't want to play the spread on the Broncos.
Yeah, that's a better way to go.
Mm-hmm.
I like
it. Bryce Young starting for the Panthers.
And throw the over on the Bears Broncos and make it a 3-leg parlay. Hey, go
just get crazy with it.
Get crazy, bro. I mean, right? Shit, there we go. Let me see. How much is that going to pay?
Just stick with the 2 plates.
Yeah, that's always.
Now I'm getting greedy, bro.
So Mims is him.
Mims is him.
I just locked it in. Panthers, Bears, under. Got it.
Before I head out of here, what do we think about the Steelers game?
Perfect.
Tell us.
That's
Oh.
the next one.
I'm all over the
Steelers at Texans. Texas plus 3,
You want-
total 42. Tunsil's out. Most of the Texans' O-line is out, and I'm pretty sure J.J. Watt is a go.
I mean, have everybody been watching Steeler football, bro? That fucking defense is for real, dude. All right, so just
Listen,
based
no,
on that
no, they're
point,
not. They're really
dude,
not. They're
I
giving
think
up
they
the
are.
5th most points to wide receivers and the 5th most points to running backs. Now it's not
Wow.
scoring; it's production. They're a
exactly.
bend don't break team.
Mhm.
They gonna
But
bend
that's still- I'm
today.
still playing. I'm a Steelers fan, and I'm still playing Tank Dell. I'm still playing Nico Collins. Now I'm staying away from Damian Pierce. I think the 5th most against the running back is a little weighted because CMC tore us up in week 1. Although Nick Chubb was doing his thing too, and Jerome Ford. I don't know. I think you can run, you can pass against the Steelers. You ain't gonna score as much against them unless you're the Niners, but I'm dialing them all up still, even against my Steelers.
CJ
Get out of here. You and
CJ
I
Stroud's that
you're
dude.
my App State enemy. Don't make me a 49ers one.
CJ is
too.
good, man, but I think I think the front line of the Steelers are gonna give him like
Everybody came into the season saying the Texans had no weapons, and now all of a sudden they got all these weapons, and the weapon is CJ Stroud. I think they take care of business. I think they actually beat small hands in the Pittsburgh Steelers today when all is said and done.
You know what? I don't know, man. I'm thinking breakout Najee game.
Hopefully
Wow.
that means
Steelers running
breakout.
backs.
Hopefully that means breakout of the starting rotation because it's Jalen Warren time. God damn
I
it!
think
Let's
it's breakout
go.
Najee game, brother. The script is there for him today, bro. That's why I'm big on the Steelers.
Today.
I'm on the Steelers.
I like CJ Stroud over 0.5 interceptions today. Everybody's
I like
talking. I wish I could bet Minka Fitzpatrick to pick him off. I wish I could bet the
can.
player that's going to pick him off. But can you? I can't find that. Minka's not got a pick yet this year. I think he's going to get one today. CJ Stroud hasn't thrown one yet. I think he's going to throw one today. So yeah, that's a couple props I'm looking at right there. You talk about the Steelers bend don't break too. I want to look at the kicker for the Texans field goal props over 1.5 right there. So if the bend don't break, man, get them down the red zone, stall out. I like that one over 1.5 field goals too.
Wily veteran facing the rookie. I could see that.
This will be an
CJ
interesting
Stroud.
test for CJ Stroud. And, I'm rooting for the guy. I think he took a lot of shit in the draft because he scored horribly on the Wonderlic. So I'm all for some dude saying, screw you nerds. I'm just going to go out and play ball. But also part of me, because we also have an Ohio State quarterback, is just like, please let it be a curse and not be the Bears. But that's not the case.
I like CJ. I was high on him regardless of what happened before the season started. So
I've never been high on an Ohio State quarterback. I will say that, and it's only 3 games, but so far he looks like it's the most impressive 3-game stretch I've ever seen from an Ohio State quarterback in the pros.
Yep.
He looks the part. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be this quick. I didn't think he was going to do, putting fucking Justin Herbert numbers, in the first 3 games of the.
Yeah, and he's playing with. And again, it's not like he's playing on a great team.
No.
I would take CJ Stroud with his throwing arm tied behind his back over Justin Fields. Absolutely, without a doubt.
I'm going to take CJ Stroud tied up completely over Daniel Jones.
Hog tied in the backfield.
Fucking
CJ Stroud coming in less than.
All right,
3%.
guys. Well, it's been great. I'm going to go watch some of this Andy's thing with my kids before I do the Start Sit podcast.
Right on.
So I'll see you guys.
Take it easy, David.
Thank you, Mr. Jennings.
Good luck.
Since we got the brain trust on, can I run through a couple of my bets and you tell me whether I'm an idiot or not?
Lay them on us, man.
You got steps in the building, baby.
I got Dolphins money line plus 124. I thought that was pretty good.
That.
Good value. Eagles Commanders. I've got Eagles -8. I think
I like that.
I think they could match up.
This one
And
scares
I
me.
thought it was weird that the Ravens Browns. I got Ravens money line plus 124. See the Browns. Last week I said never bet on the Browns because you never know who's going to show up. But I really think the Ravens. I just saw value and I bet on it. That was kind of the mentality I saw. I see Ravens with plus money against the Browns. I throw a buck on there.
Deshaun Watson may not play the whole game. He's got a shoulder deal.
Yeah. Bengals Titans. I've got Bengals -2.5. That's at Tennessee, and I know they're pretty rough. That's a pretty rough bet at home. So that might.
I like that.
You got a couple scary ones for me. It's made me feel better too, Steps. You like every one of these, man. You can't be
Well,
wrong.
I like the Cincinnati bet. I feel like he looked at my action because we're pretty like I'm not on the money lines. I'm on this. We're on the same sides though on pretty much everything you said. So
yeah. Where do you see if I were to parlay that? Where's the break?
Well, see, I'm not the guy to ask about parlays because I'm the most conservative bettor there is out there. But I did parlay that Ferguson Zeke touchdown that we talked about earlier. I think that the only thing out of your plays that Miami, I do think is the right side, but I want to enjoy watching that game. So I didn't take a side and I took Miami's team total over 26.5. I just want to see them get that total out of the way and then enjoy the rest of the game. But yeah, dude, I like all those picks.
I started off with a Thursday loss. I took Packers money line. Boy, was I wrong. I did not.
I was with you on that too.
Expect to see the Lions come out and just shred their defense. You guys got 8 first rounders on your defense there, Eric. What do you have to say? Care to comment?
Allegedly.
Care to comment on what's going on with your Swiss cheese defense?
Some of them also, a lot of them from Georgia. So, I mean, that's allegedly the playbook. I don't know what the problem is.
Y'all drafted the wrong ones. The Eagles got all the good ones.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
Back to Bears angst. We pass on Jalen, and he is just, oh my gosh, he's a beast.
Yeah.
That one was a painful one to see. We took a tackle, which we needed, but good grief, you got what appears to be a generational talent there for the picking. And yeah, he had issues, and he showed up fat and lazy, but makes no difference now. Now he's wrecking shop.
Yeah, that's going to be a real painful one for about 6 or 7 teams to handle when it comes to Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
Fucking Eagles.
Monster.
Fucking Eagles.
Hey, I want to talk about the Eagles, though, man. What are y'all thinking on this Commanders game? That line looks funny to me. After the Commanders get blown out at home last week, 37-3, Eagles get the big time win on the road at the Bucks. Eagles are 3-0, but they haven't. I feel like they're playing like maybe C+ football right now.
They have not played their best game yet, for sure.
This feels like a weird spot division game where they're coming in 8.5. That feels like a weird number to me. Go ahead, Jordan.
I was going to say, I think that's what makes Philadelphia the scariest is they are undefeated. And frankly, they've kind of played like shit so far throughout the season. I think they absolutely smashed the Commanders. Yeah. I don't think this game is going to be close at all. I think we see more of the same from Sam Howell. I think the Eagles run all over him today. I'm betting that one with pretty good confidence.
I think we get 2 push touchdowns today, bro.
What's that, Elio?
2 push touchdowns today.
Oh, for sure. They run that play better than anybody.
Yep.
I think this might
complain about it.
I think this might finally be the Dallas Goddard game too. I could see him having a good game today. He's due.
Hey, we've got another revenge spot. This is the only loss that Jalen Hurts had last year. Was the Commanders?
What do you got there, AK?
I was trying to put in John's parlay, like the Miami total points, the spread, and then look at the results on that app.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
I'm trying to put together a DFS lineup, but I spent too much money.
I feel like the Jaguars are wrecking the Falcons.
Hey, AK, I haven't submitted the one to your tournament just yet, man. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait that one out. I'm playing around with the fucking other ones at a shitty tournament, the 10-cent shit, just to like see what I can get.
Dude, it's gonna be fun. I love doing that.
Absolutely. Should we throw together a little DFS lineup?
Oh, yeah, I like it. I got one already.
Oh, bro, DK,
I got one.
I'm trying to fit Diggs, Olave, and Waddle in here and have a quarterback, and that's proving difficult.
You're gonna have like Todd Gurley as your running back or something.
I got Roshan Johnson and Jordan Mason.
Tom Brady is available for drafting and DraftKings and DFS, man. Go ahead and pick him. He's really cheap.
Hey, how much?
Aiden O'Connell is he going to start?
You beat me to it. I was about to say, what's Aiden O'Connell price tag? Because he's
6,000. I got a lineup with him. I threw one there for like a shit show lineup, man. You never know. Sometimes it is the Chargers.
Dude, he lit it up.
And FanDuel and DraftKings thanks you for your donations if you put Aiden O'Connell in your lineup.
Hey, that's the one I'm going to share.
We need to report that to the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah,
these guys will steal my money.
I did it in freaking FanDuel, actually, not in DraftKings.
These guys are. Donald Parham, 2,800. That'll free up. Now I'm up to 5,400. I can throw Jameis in the stack with Olave. Oh, I just won thousands of dollars, dude.
Except for if Derek
somebody
Carr
else.
plays.
Hey, Jordan, Donald Parham is doing what fucking Jay Ferguson hasn't been able to do consistently yet. It's just fucking catch touchdowns in the red
He
zone.
is tight end 5 with like 6 receptions and 38 yards or something on the season. It's ridiculous.
The dude had almost 10 yards.
It's not like they're running crazy routes down the field where they got to make crazy plays. These are 5-yard passes. Catch the ball.
Yep.
I mean, dude,
he scored the first touchdown in 2 games already.
Freaking Justin Herbert, dude, he slings it real. It's the same play, right? He's got to cut up the middle. Boom, just throw it up there high enough because the guy's big and athletic, and just make sure nobody else touches it. Boom, he catches it. That's every single touchdown.
We talk about how Dak loves his tight ends, but man, that's very much also a Kellen Moore thing, and you're seeing it with Parham right now.
Plus, Dak cannot make the throws that Justin can make. So.
It's like they just sit in their draft room and say, "What if we drafted a basketball team instead?"
He is a basketball player.
What about Keenan Allen this week?
I can't doubt him anymore. I doubted him last week. I thought he was
18 catches last week.
I might do like an anytime touchdown with him.
He's over 7.5.
And Mike Williams is done. Mike Williams down now. I mean, I don't see as long as Keenan Allen stays healthy. I mean, he clearly looks like one of the best receivers in the whole league.
Look at Joshua Palmer's over under on yards and receptions.
They're projected to be.
That Keenan Allen line looked fishy to me. 7.5 and the over is plus odds. That seems super easy. Why is it only 7.5? I expected it to be 8.5 or 9.5. I mean, this guy's catching.
They're projected the 2 highest ownership wide receivers in DraftKings. Palmer and Allen. Yep.
What about Quentin Johnson? What's he looking like, man? He probably gonna get some more volume in this thing now.
He's down there below 4%.
Yep, he has to get some
love
today,
that,
man. I think a bomb somewhere today to Quentin Johnson. Throw it in your,
Oh yeah,
I definitely have a lineup that nobody in this contest has.
Most
have
likely.
Jameis Winston at quarterback, then Roshan Johnson and Jordan Mason at running back because they're going to run up the score.
Yes.
CMC will be done at halftime, and Jordan Mason's going to come in and give us like 15 points, and that'll be enough. Stephon Diggs, Chris Olave, Jalen Waddle. There's 150 points right there. Donald Parham, Amari Cooper. There's another 25, and the Cowboys defense. I mean, how many times? Wait a second. Nope. I'm switching my defense. Bill's not going to put him in position to get sacked. Taking the Eagles.
He's gonna get sacked today, but I still wouldn't go with the Cowboys. I'm nervous. I've got the jitters after last week. It changes a man. I'm telling you.
Changed my perception of everything.
Everything.
So you're on Ferguson over Logan Thomas, huh?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, Jake Ferguson.
He leads the league. I was digging through my fire stats from Fantasy Points, Scott Barrett and all those guys, and Jake Ferguson leads the league on missed tackles forced per reception.
Wow.
It's all there. It is all there for this dude to be the dude. He just won't be the fucking dude for whatever reason. It's driving me nuts.
That's what I've been saying about Marvin Mims since like August through July. Like it's all right there.
Mims is absolutely the best wide receiver in Denver. Like it is completely put to bed. To me,
they were talking about that this week on the radio, and they're like Cortland Sutton, and he goes, "You realize he was at one Pro Bowl, and that was before he got injured." Like we've been talking about, people have been talking about him. It's just a flashy name at this point, and it's the only one. So it's like what you defer to. It's like, oh well, he's got to be good. He's their wide receiver. It's like, well, you look at it, it's not so much.
I think Mims is that guy, man. Mims is Hims, right, Jordan?
Mims is Hims, and he's been given limited opportunities and absolutely knocked it out of the park at this point. It's only going to continue to grow.
Yeah, you give him 8-10 targets, and I mean,
and Denver's going to be trailing literally every single game this season, except maybe this one. So,
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of booze.
Squad already. I'm ready to start putting him in the lineup in the Dynasty League. I think. Kicked Juju Smith-Schuster off the team. Or no, Rashad Bateman. I've had enough.
I kicked both of those off the team this week, too.
Well, Rashad is hurt this week, so this is your opportunity to like, oh, shit, let's get him out of here.
No more. Hashtag no more.
Damn, bro. Buddy, Jordan, Master Bateman, man.
That's my dude, too. And it
got rid of your favorite guy, bro. Your favorite thing to do.
Yep, it happens. Zay Flowers is the truth, though. That kid's going to be electric in this league.
I think Lamar's going to start playing a lot better too. You know, he's doing what he's got to do. But I
listen,
haven't seen
today he's the
Lamar come
only
out and put
one.
together
Him and
a complete
Andrews,
game
bro. I
yet.
think regardless of the defense they're playing, man, I think Zay Flowers has got to be the guy that's going to get targeted like crazy.
It's going to be a rough day, though, I think, for Baltimore. I think this Cleveland D is absolutely the real deal.
Yeah.
I'm all over Cleveland, man. They've outscored teams 51-6 in their 2 home games this year. Like, I'm all over the Cleveland Browns today. I really am.
Old Jimmy Schwartz there.
Allowing less than 9 yards a game to tight ends. But Mark Andrews will probably change that number, but I don't know by how much.
Probably have a decent game today. We'll see. But if he doesn't, Zay Flowers probably go off.
Yeah, they call him joystick.
He might not have like a lot of like big plays, but I think the dude might have like 5 or 6 receptions. Maybe 50 yards, and he'll have like 11 points. Yeah, if he finds a touchdown, that's a good day because he hasn't found the end zone just yet.
Yeah, if he gets in the end zone, that's a huge day.
Yeah. But I think you're going to see a lot of attention from Lamar today on him, which hasn't been any different.
It's like the wide receiver James Cook, shifty, getting all those yards in between the 20s. Let's get this kid a touchdown. I mean, I think he's earned it.
I love James Cook, though. Free James Cook, man. Get that guy in the end zone. Jeez.
Amen.
Yeah, dude. Latavius Murray.
God, I know. Fucking Latavius Murray's been fucking me up for years on that stupid shit.
For years.
God, he's got like
him one today.
He's probably got 25 touchdowns the last 3 years and like 17 yards.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if he gets in the end zone today. Now
I got a pretty disgusting lineup here.
What do you got, Elio?
You want me to do a DraftKings? All right, ready?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
Kirk at quarterback. James Cook, running back. Zach Moss, running back. Addison. I'm going with a 3-headed stack.
Ooh.
Addison at wide receiver. DJ Shark at another wide receiver at 4,000. Then Jefferson, that's my highest paid right there, 9,600. I'm going with Logan Thomas. I think Logan Thomas probably finds the end zone today. DeAndre Swift. And you know what? Because I ain't got that much money left, the fucking Panthers defense. Maybe they'll grab a pick here and there because Kirk has to
maybe a sack or two.
For a sack or two, something like that. Something that will keep them on, close to 10 points. So that's what I got going.
That's a pretty nasty lineup. I like it.
Yep. That's the kind of thing.
I'm always careful playing the same defense against a team that's going to score a lot.
Me too, man.
That one's scary.
I might change that because I could just go with Arizona, who played fucking great defense last week, and maybe they'll do the same this week.
But a lot of people won't be doing that. I'll tell you that.
I know. I've done it in like all the other 4 or 5 lineups I have. I have Arizona heavy on there.
I need Arizona to win one more game just so I can talk really good about them and it not just be like from shell shock from being embarrassed last week. But I do think that team's better than they've been given credit for. I think there are easily 4 to 5 teams in the league right now worse than them.
Yeah, Arizona's
don't
ranked
win this week.
Mm-hmm.
They're ranked top 10 in DVOA in like 3 phases, all 3 phases. So it's like the numbers tell you they're a good team, but you look. I mean, obviously you can look at them and know that that's not really the case.
They could be 3-0, man.
I know, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Who saw that?
I would probably
Josh
swap
Dobbs.
those defenses then.
I put Arizona in there now. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I might have seen an omen last night. I saw a Luke Kuechly jersey at Target. That might have been your omen. You don't see too many of those out here in Colorado.
You saw a Luke Kuechly jersey who's retired from the league in Colorado?
Yes,
Somebody returned that.
I saw that. I was like, what are you wearing?
Yeah.
What
They
are you
didn't
doing?
even return it, man. They didn't get no money back. They just went back, put that thing back on the rack.
I was gonna say the fact that somebody returned it and they put a tag on it or sell it again, bro. What store was that? I mean,
That was like that had to have been an online purchase.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know. I mean, it was faded. It looked like it had been worn, and it was a girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a girl. So maybe she stole that after a nice little one-night stand or something. That was her take-home gift.
Man,
That's probably why. That's probably Luke Kuechly's actual.
Hey, do you have a
game
shirt?
jersey.
Yeah, you can have my Luke Kuechly shirt.
It was probably a Swiftie who got the last name wrong and just took it back.
Yeah,
well,
Kelsey.
honest. You know how many Swifties probably bought Jason Kelsey jerseys this week? And what's the name? The running back Swift as well, thinking, oh, look, we were fucking matching because they think that's the Kelsey they're talking about in the Swift.
Well, I mean, sales went up 400% for his jersey.
400%.
Do we know how
Master
much it
marketers.
went up for the Jason Kelsey jerseys?
Yeah, Jason
Leah
Kelsey.
brings up a good point.
Yeah,
I was
just on
looking at
accident.
statistics.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's it.
yeah, I mean,
Eric,
that's,
how's that trend going?
that's how Papa John stays in business. It's just people who thought they were calling Papa Murphy's.
Dude, DeAndre Swift jersey went up on sale too, because the dumbasses bought it also think it was Taylor Swift's name. So
100%.
So I'm telling you, bro, all 3 jerseys went up in sale, regardless of what the Travis, of course, is the top one.
It sounds like everybody's eating steak tonight.
Yep. What were you saying, Heavy?
How's that viral trend going with all of the Travis made Taylor famous or Taylor made Travis famous?
Oh yeah, I've seen that all over the face. That's
You
big
know
on the
how many of
Facebook.
those? My wife sent me about 17 different Instagram videos of wives trolling their husbands over the Taylor. Look at this, Kels guy is now famous because of Taylor.
This Kels guy.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'll say this, you know, in my my normal setup, I have that Travis Kelce cutout in the background, and I was talking to my wife a couple of weeks ago about this, and she's like, "Who the hell is Travis Kelce?" And I was like, "He's the guy that you make me push behind my jersey so he's not looking at us every night from the podcast station."
All I know is that we have a segment in Cigars and Sports called Douchebag of the Week. Guess who was the douchebag of the week? It was fucking Swift and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, because that's fucking complete douchiness the way they fucking ran this up everybody's ass.
And then right when it happens, all of a sudden he's the face of Pfizer. I'm like,
Yeah.
what a fucking move.
Hey, I heard a great take. Hey,
He's
if
been the
Taylor
face
doesn't
of
break
Pfizer.
his heart, one of those vaccines will.
That was a good one.
Why haven't we seen a mashup of like the Kevin James meme and a Taylor Swift Travis Kelce thing?
That's true.
Because AK hadn't put it together yet.
I might have to do that.
That's your homework today, AK.
That's your homework.
Travis
AK.
Kelce, are you dating Taylor Swift? And it's just the Kevin James meme.
Oh my
much,
god,
yeah.
that is such a scripted BS, dude. They're gonna be over in the next couple of weeks.
They're
Yeah,
making
it happens
so
during
much
the
money off of it. So
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, they're gonna break it. Whether it's a mutual agreement, like a business
Yeah,
agreement.
I think it
and
is.
She
I
needs
think
the
it is
next
too.
album, and he's the next album. But however this worked out, Pfizer like beeped the fucking dump truck into his front yard and just dumped the money.
Like the next morning.
Yeah,
Hey.
it was not fast.
you
And
can
listen,
bet
guys,
the over under on her camera appearances for the
No
game.
way.
Yeah,
yeah, well, it has to
Really?
be.
yeah, you can.
Over.
Okay.
Bet the
Over.
over. Bet the
Hey,
over.
you
gonna need
never
to
know.
watch
It might be under because they switched the game last week.
Oh,
So the camera, I guess, is it if the camera,
Sunday Night Football,
if they
they can't
exist? Oh, okay.
Pick 6 Jags.
You know, back to your
Yes.
douchebag of the week, I had one too. Ryan Clark basically saying her attending the game was bigger than the NFL. It's like, dude, how
Oh my gosh.
desperate are you for attention and clicks?
Oh my
come
You
god.
on.
sold
man.
out every NFL fan. Oh, it's bigger.
Is it bigger than NFL cricket?
What a
You tell
thirsty
me.
motherfucker.
At your house? Taylor Swift isn't bigger than the NFL at your house, is it, cricket?
There are
Taylor Swift-
homes in America, I'm sure, where that
Taylor
would
Swift
happen.
shouldn't be bigger than any fucking thing, man. This shit driving me crazy. It says something
Dude,
about us
Ritter.
as a society when the biggest story in the news is Taylor Swift and fucking Travis Kelce. Give me a
Especially
break.
biggest story
considering
in-
everything that's happening.
When the biggest story in football was fucking Taylor Swift and Tyler.
That's
Cra-
what I'm
and,
saying.
uh,
The
On the
Dolphins
same
hung up
week that the
70
Miami
points.
Dolphins scored 70 fucking
70
Yeah.
points. And we're talking
70
about fucking
points.
Taylor Swift and her heartbreaks. Fuck off.
This is why America needs kings and
Oh.
queens, and we need royalty,
Yep.
so that we can divert all the attention over there, and the guys can still have their football and not have them commingle as if this was the royal wedding or something.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Man.
we need to bring Married with Children
Great
back
name.
and Al Bundy, bro.
That
That's
is
the
a
kind of
great-
sitcom we need back in America, baby. All right.
That's right.
Classic.
Fucking A.
Red Ryder BB gun. The road to Super Bowl goes through San Francisco.
He's not wrong.
Boy, that's
Red-
I can't argue with it. What do you?
He's not wrong, dude.
Yeah.
He's not
Red
right
Ryder-
now. After 3 games, they are the best team. Fuck it. You know, what I
Right.
mean, I know Miami scores 70 points, but they have they check every single box. Pick your
Niners
freaking poison,
minus
baby.
13.5, total 43.5. Cricket, do you think the 49ers get to that total all by themselves?
Oh man, it's gonna be a real bad day for the Cardinals. Real bad day. Actually, Brock Purdy's my quarterback in my DFS lineup today.
I got him.
I think he's gonna go off. They had the big win at home last week. You know, I know letdowns in the NFL. People know that. Whatever. The Cardinals are getting beat by 3+ touchdowns today, and they may not score double-digit points.
I
The
throw at
Niners
least
struggle
20
with,
lineups in DraftKings in the 10 cents fucking tournaments. I throw at least 20 lineups in there just to mess around with different type of variations and stuff like that before I pick my cash and stuff like that. And Brock Purdy's like on 2 of them.
Hey, Elio, today I have a teaser in San Francisco's in it, or Arizona's in it, and I teased them all the way up to plus 28, and I'm still not fucking excited
I was
about
going
it.
to say, you might still be a loser, bro.
Still not excited.
AK, the over on that too?
You may still be in trouble.
All right, fellas, I got to head out. I got to get packed up.
All right.
Today,
All right,
Safe
brother.
travels, AK. Thanks for joining us, even from the road. You're the man.
See you next
man.
week, big dog.
Yes, sir.
Take
Be
care,
safe,
AK.
buddy.
Always be podcasting.
Go
That's
Mountaineers.
right.
You guys.
App State, baby.
Hey, that was a big win last night. Go App State.
God, dude, that's infuriating. Idiots.
They're hard.
They should have
they
fucking
like-
won last week too.
They're,
They
Yeah.
fuck your
12 and a half.
emotions up, man. They fuck your emotions up.
They're 12. They're the least consistent team I've ever. They just don't have an identity. They don't know what they're doing. The
They
management's
need
terrible.
you to go down there in the locker room and talk them up.
Just, hey, man, just look, you're 12.5-point favorites. Like, what are you doing? We go and hold Wyoming to like 30 total yards and then give up 40 to Louisiana Monroe.
AK with the Southern goodbye. We do
you
that
need
up
to
here
be-
in Wisconsin too. What?
Yeah.
Hey, you see Aaron Jones?
Keep walking to the car and walking back.
Oh, I saw Aaron Jones in his 3.4 freaking fantasy
Nah,
points
fuck
this week,
him, man.
Eric. I definitely saw him. Thanks for that reminder.
Yeah.
AK needs
All
to
right.
go and be their Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh.
get in the fucking booth at halftime and get some shit going, jersey sales and shit. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm telling you what, man, it's unbelievable.
AK,
They
we
should
love
be-
you, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
appreciate
love you
you,
You know
guys.
you got to
Safe.
go, brother.
Safe travels.
Peace out,
Safe
kid.
travels.
See ya.
We'll see you soon.
Peace.
All we got left is Commodores, Eagles, and Chiefs and Jets. The Eagles, they're gonna beat the shit out of these
Ah,
Commodores.
Yeah, bro. I've been staring at that one, a little scared of it, but I think
I
y'all
think I'm about to
y'all
go,
sold
man.
me. I'm about to pile on the Eagles. I think they're gonna win
Yeah.
that one going away. Jalen Hurts probably has his best game of the year. I think I'm looking at him over 277.5 rush plus pass yards. The Jaguars are kicking the shit out of the Dolphins right now.
Yeah, they are.
Well, that-
It's about time.
They just got a pick
Yeah,
six,
that-
and then they just got another pick right there too.
I think
But yeah,
we
I
all
think the
put
Eagles
that
will play.
-3 in our contest picks.
Oh yeah, they're looking good. Up 17-0 with the ball back in the red zone now.
Everybody, we
Tannehill
were
start
all
the
on
second
Jack,
half.
right? Is that right, Cricket? We were all on Jacksonville.
I
weren't we?
believe
that was
so.
that was
I don't
one
know,
of the games
Steps-
that we were all the way
Yep.
down the line.
Yeah,
I remember.
Okay.
Heavy said, "quote I think Jacksonville was pretty popular. I think we can all get behind Jacksonville." And we
Ritter's
said,
done.
"Yup."
He's
Yep.
got to be done in the second half.
Taylor Heineke, baby. Let's go.
Dude, if
Yeah,
Heineke
Ritter's-
comes
his-
in,
How many yards does Ritter have right now? 50?
I don't know. His last two passes have been awful picks where they're not even close. I mean, they're bad decisions. It's not even close. Hey, he was trying to throw to Kyle Pitts at least, but yeah, they're they're
listen.
real bad.
I'm playing against Tyler Algier and Kyle Pitts right now. Okay, dude. And it's
You're in a good spot.
it's well, they have 0.8 points combined right now. And I started Aaron Jones. I put him in my lineup, and I was sucking wind because he only scored 4.5, and I have Trevor Lawrence. So right now, I am looking good. The percentage is switching to my side. So
I got a feeling. I got a feeling whoever you're playing is probably going to retire from fantasy football after this week.
I just need Trevor Lawrence to throw another fucking pass, baby, and that's it. I'm done with no parlay, baby.
Yeah.
5 carries
Okay,
for
good.
Bijan. That's pretty cool. 5 carries. I'm excited about that. 6.5 points from my RB1. Hell yeah, dude.
I thought you were really going to give us something good there.
That's RB1 numbers in 2023, Eric.
Man. Yeah, is 0 running back the way to go, or do you just draft a couple of the 3 or 4 guys who are good? Is running back the new tight end where there's
It
like
is.
Ooh.
It is. It absolutely is. I
Ooh.
could not agree more. Go ask any Raheem Mostert owner how they feel about 0 RB right now. Go ask any Saquon Barkley how they feel about hero RB right now. It is the way
Zach
to
Moss?
go. Zach
Yeah.
Moss, yeah, perfect example.
Yeah, I did the
James
hero
Cook.
RB strategy a couple times with Jameer Gibbs in the 3rd, and I'm getting crushed. Absolutely crushed.
It's all, to me, it's all about volume. Throw as many darts as you can for high upside guys. Like, I mean, look at a guy like Rashad White. He's honestly not been good this year, but
No.
volume alone is keeping him in most of my starting lineup.
Just keep giving him the ball
Yeah.
despite Sean Tucker sitting right there with all those Syracuse highlights.
Yep. I don't think I'm ever investing in rookie running backs again as high as I did this year. I got one league where my top two
everybody
picks were
did, dude.
Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Everybody did.
Me too.
I will fight you on that, Cricket, and I will say this because I think this is a Desmond Ridder thing now, and I'm specifically speaking about Bijan, not Gibbs, because I wasn't smashing Gibbs in the first round. Nobody respects the Atlanta Falcons passing game even a little bit. Taylor Heineke comes in. Look, we all know Heineke's nothing special, but he's going to hit a lot of those throws that Desmond Ridder can't. He's going to get those guys involved. It's going to open up Bijan. Look, if you can buy Bijan low, go do it, because I'm still all in on that kid.
Oh yeah, I think in dynasty leagues and stuff like that. I mean, I think you're going to be fine with either one of them. But I think in redraft leagues, I'm going to have to be a little more careful with how high I take some of these rookie guys. I don't matter. I mean, they were already putting Bijan in the Hall of Fame, and it just if you're going to be on a bad team if you're getting drafted that high to running back, and I just don't know that you'll see the volume and the productivity in the first year. Dynasty leagues are different, but redraft leagues, I think I might have to be more careful.
Yep.
I mean, Bijan is going to have a bad game today. He's probably going to go over 10 points because he has already 21 receiving yards, 3 receptions. If we go PPR, you got 5 points right there. He hasn't rushed the ball well, so he has 6 right now overall. If you do PPR,
I feel like we're looking for quarters in the couch right now, Elio. Oh, there's a 50 cent piece.
He's got to go over 10 points, man. You know what I mean? Easy, bro. Double digits, bro. I got a rule about double digits when it comes to fucking.
I need gas, man.
When I draft Bijan third overall, though, I need you to give me more than 10 fucking points.
I would have drafted third overall. No.
I get it. I just think better days are ahead.
Ritter's
too early to tell.
Yep, too early.
Hey, going back to that Commandos game and the Eagles, the over or the under on that? It's 43.
43?
Ooh.
Think under. I don't see Commandos scoring a lot on this Philly defense.
They did it last week, but the opposite team dropped 40 points. You think the Eagles can do at least 35 or something? That's what I'm looking at. You thinking the Eagles probably going to go ham on this one, and Jalen.
That's one of those stupid totals right there, sitting at 43.5, 44, where it could literally go either way.
It's leading you on. It's like saying, bet the over on me, but at the same time, watch it. I could still go under. So I don't know what it is.
34-10. 34-10.
Between 42 and 45, leave it alone, man. Just leave it alone, because you might as well flip that coin with that quarter you found in the couch.
I know. I found a couple.
It was a 50-cent piece, Cricket.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, $50. Actually, go ahead, bet that then, man. That's a good one.
It's Sacagawea dollar.
It's a side.
Yeah.
Oh, he went Sacagawea with it. Yeah, that's right.
Sacagawea dollar.
Gosh, I'm tempted to bet the under on that. I don't know. It's any. Gosh, yeah, that's one of those where you could talk yourself into both.
Yeah. Just bet them both and pay the juice.
Yeah.
Fucking Trevor Lawrence. Come on, man. Get the fucking touch, you bastard.
I need him to score a touchdown too.
Me too, man.
Gosh, he's been such a disappointment in fantasy this year.
If he could just hit Evan Ingram, that would be like the cherry on top.
Ingram's been decent.
At this point, I don't care who the hell he hits.
He fumbled a little bit ago. He got it back, but yeah, he got it punched out just a little bit ago. So
well, he's been turning the ball over, man, consistently, throughout the season. So that's not a surprise. But shit, man, the fact that he threw multiple touchdowns the first game, and then after that, I mean, I know he had some issues with.
Did they turn the ball over? What happened there?
I think they just turned it. I don't know what just happened right there because they were in the red zone. The Falcons got it back, but I wasn't talking about Trevor Lawrence. I was talking about Evan Ingram that fumbled. He didn't lose it, but
that's normal with Evan Ingram, bro. He fumbles it all the time, bro.
You hate Evan Ingram, man.
Butterfingers Evan Ingram, bro. Piece of shit. At least we didn't pay his asshole like we did Kenny Golladay. That's fucking.
You would have been better off.
11-1.
Probably. Hey, listen. Do you want to talk about a sleeper today? Believe it or not, I have a feeling Waller gets in the end zone today.
I fucking hope so because I invested so much in Waller in this offseason, and it's killing me. It's absolutely killing me.
I feel so good. A couple weeks ago, I traded Bijan and Darren Waller for Tyreek Hill, and I'm sitting here feeling like money.
I would have definitely taken that. Absolutely would have done that.
I've been trying to package up Darren Waller and get TJ Hawkinson, Sam Laporta, something. I'm trying desperately to get out of the Darren Waller business. That injury has come.
If you got Waller and Hawkinson, you got to try to trade one of them. They're both on week 13 buys. You're going to wind up screwed and playing Durham Smythe or somebody if you don't try to deal one of them early.
You don't want that.
Well,
And at
we'll
this
already
point-
have our playoff ticket punched by then. It won't even matter. We can survive that by
Or-
easy.
Or it'll be like my leagues where I put 8 teams in the playoffs, and the first week of the playoffs is week 13. And then you just get kicked right in the head right there. And if you were going to trade Darren Waller, you should have done it already, because now you're probably going to have to get rid of Hawkinson to get any value.
Yep. Yeah, Hawkinson is. I mean, he's just getting targets. I think 9 a game. It's
That
crazy.
whole fucking team is getting
That-
targets.
yeah,
man.
that's what
It
I'm saying.
doesn't
They
matter
wanted
what
to-
receiver. It's insane how that. It's a beautiful fucking fantasy football lineup, dude. I mean, it just
And I actually, that's one of the props I like on that game day is Alexander Madison under 56.5 yards, because I think they're going to mix Cam Akers in some. I just don't
I
think
am
they're there.
drooling over this game. This was
Me too.
earlier when I said, I had one game I liked better than the Bills Dolphins. It's this one.
Yep,
To
too.
me, I'm smashing all the overs I can in this.
Me too.
Kirk Cousins has went over 44 attempts every single game this season. Jefferson and Addison have both hit over on their projected yards on every game this season. Adam Thielen with the revenge narrative this week. He has 18 receptions, 23 targets, and hit the over on yards in both of the last 2 weeks. Like that game to me, I'm smashing all the pass catching overs on that I can.
it's official. Deshaun's not playing today.
Ooh.
Just
Good.
got
I
up.
am putting
a buzz.
DTR in my DraftKings lineup.
I like KJ Osborne anytime touchdown today.
He's been getting work more than
Yep.
people think. Everybody wants Jordan Addison to get all these targets, and KJ Osborne just keeps getting them.
I just think that people are going to wind up focusing more on Jordan Addison as the season goes along, because he's the better all-around receiver. That's just part of it. But I think it's going to open up some opportunities for KJ Osborne.
Adam
4
Thielen
point
receiving
swing.
yards 53.5.
What was the swing? 4-point swing.
Yeah, they're Cleveland's +1
Yep.
now.
Love that Baltimore Ravens
Mhm.
plus 124 now.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
on +3
Let's get
with
lucky,
Baltimore.
guys.
Hey, that does make a difference. I mean, who's a backup quarterback?
That's
Browning?
exactly right.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's
What you
I think
said.
it's the kid who played for Washington. Jake
I know it's
Browning.
a kid. I don't know.
Yeah, Jake Browning.
Yeah, there we go. That kid right there. I don't know who the fuck he is, but that kid right there.
I
Titans
love having bets on
drafted
teams
him.
that have a quarterback that's not played a single down. That's my favorite.
Hey, listen, man.
DTR's not going to be the guy. Is he on
Hey,
the active roster?
I'm doing a fantasy league. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do a DFS with Vegas, bro.
Total went down too. Total's at 38.
Yeah, because Jake Browning's
'cause
quarterback.
what was it earlier? Shit. Right.
I think it was like around 40
It
or
was,
40.
no, actually, it was 38 and a half. I mean, my sports book, it was 38 and a half earlier when I saw it, when I was running my
they might have already kind of
probably. Yeah.
okay,
smells-
yeah.
I think
Smells
it went
like
it went down
line.
yesterday actually to 38 and a half.
Well, I got it at 41 and I got Baltimore at +3. So
I like your spot.
I mean, yeah, well, they'll probably both lose or I'll split, but they both should win.
Yeah.
I don't know how y'all do that. I hate betting on a side and on the total in the same game. I always feel like I'm chasing my tail, man. I usually win one, lose the other one. I feel like worst case scenario, I usually wind up losing them both. I never win both of them.
Yeah, for me, it's more like a system thing. Like, if I like it, I got to stick to it, and I got to kind of put that to the side. As far as, I mean, it's sometimes they correlate with one another. They really do. So
right,
that's typically when I take it is when it's if it's a low scoring game and the dogs over a field goal, like a field goal and a hook, in those spots I like it.
Okay.
Wow. Kirk attempts so far 44, 44,
Crazy.
and 50.
Dude, his
Mashed.
overs are hitting every week so far.
Every
and I
week.
don't think they're going to slow down either because the run game's not there.
And this is a must win for them. They cannot drop this game.
Yep.
So
I just threw together a 6-leg parlay that I actually feel really good about. Kirk over 35.5 attempts,
6
over
legs.
1.5 passing touchdowns. Hawkinson over 48.5, Thielen over 53.5, Kirk over 25 completions, Kirk over 280 yards. That's all happening.
I love Thielen. He got his first game against the Vikings since being traded over from there. One of the top receivers in this franchise's history. I think he's going to have a big game today. I don't know. I mean, I think he probably gets there, but I like his over on receptions, man. He's just getting so
That's
many
what I
targets
took.
in this offense.
Yeah, leave Andy Dalton there, man. Instead of Bryce Young
Yeah.
for another week, and he'll be on the attention again.
Red
You're right
Rifle.
about that.
Red
Hell, I like
Rifle.
that.
Red Rifle should be starting in the NFL
Yeah.
this season.
They should
You
fire
can't
everybody
change
with the
my mind.
Jets for not going all in for Gardner Minshew or the Red Rifle. to
It's
get rid of
called
Zach
the
Wilson's
Jets, bro.
bum ass.
The Jets are
Yeah.
gonna have to find themselves with a quarterback
If they don't do that, if they don't get one of those two guys, they should fire everybody.
or Ryan Tannehill, one or the other one.
No, fuck Ryan Tannehill. He's a bum.
Fucking
Yeah.
he's better than Zach Wilson though, man. It's not saying much. But
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not saying a whole lot.
It doesn't say it a whole lot.
So it is Vikings -5, total 46.5. I mean, how does the Vikings not win this game by a touchdown or more?
By being the Vikings.
Yeah,
That's true. It would be a very Minnesota thing to do.
If Minnesota loses this game, you got
Kirk is going to the
to
Jets.
sell everything. In my opinion,
They should have to
Yeah.
drop football. If they lose this one, they should have to drop football altogether for women's water polo.
Yep, relegated. You have to go play in the
I
CFL.
like it. Go Ted Lasso on them.
Brian Flores is doing a hell of a job on defense.
yeah, he is.
So Deshaun Watson's not playing. He's ruled
sir.
out. That sucks.
I just adjusted 27 lineups for that exact thing. So
I like that. Adjust.
They're all super flex, right, Jordan?
yeah, every fucking one of
Every
them.
single
Now,
super flex.
my sweet spot in drafts was absolutely the Deshaun Watson, Tua Tagovailoa, Dak Prescott range, and
Yep.
you know, outside of the Tua shares, I'm really regretting all of that in life right now. So
You just
Yeah, I
had to
have
play
a lot of
Darren
Watson.
Waller in your super flex.
there actually was a league where I just had to super flex Elijah Moore, and I have never felt more gross in my entire
I started
life.
to say that's a tough spot, bud.
I'm going to win this 144 league. I got Justin Herbert and Anthony Richardson, and he is
Let's
back.
do it, baby. Let's both go to the Champs League and Elio next year. You know what blows my mind though is of all of the Fantasy Sports Corporation that is in the TSF 144 tournament, there's quite a few of us. Freddie, the Jester Reyes, is the top ranked out of all of us. Go, Freddie.
Should have known.
Y'all want a DFS lineup today, man?
Yes.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Kick it because I got
All
to
right.
bounce.
This will be DraftKings, man. QB Brock Purdy, running back Zach Moss, running back Jerome Ford, wide receiver Devontae Smith, wide receiver Adam Thielen, next receiver Jordan Addison, tight end Gerald Everett. I think Gerald Everett's going to have a big game today, man, with Mike Williams.
Yep.
I think he's on the end zone.
I'm on his overs.
My flex, Tony Pollard, because I think he's going to get in the end zone at least once today. And then Titans defense today. I think they show up in a big way with Mike Vrabel after that disappointing loss last week. So
nice. Addison's a sneaky one.
he is, man. He is. I don't know that if I wind up switching one, that might be the guy. Just because I think KJ Osborne's going to get a few more opportunities today than normal.
Addison's hit the over on that every single week. Like I love Addison today. There's not a Minnesota Vikings wide receiver that I am not willing to place money on today. Not
that's why I get up early on Sunday mornings to talk with y'all, man. Make me feel better about my DFS lineup. That a baby.
Gerald Everett, 4 receptions plus 112. That's one of my favorite.
Lock it in.
Everett has caught 11 of 12 targets this year, and he caught all 6 last game.
That a baby. I love it.
Yeah,
I like that guy. I've been waiting on that guy for a couple years now too. I need him to start showing out.
Yep. He looks good in that number 7 Chargers uniform. Way better than he did in the Rams. Yeah,
he went
visor
to
like
Seahawks for a little bit too, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had a season there. I
Tight
think.
ends like Kleenex up there.
Yeah, they do.
I just looked at something. I need you guys.
What do you got?
Opinion. Bryce Young over 9.5 rushing yards.
He's got
it.
Yeah,
He had 17 in his second start, and he had 34 in his first start.
Yeah, he did scramble. I remember that big long scramble in either the first or the second game. He is taken off.
He also might get hurt in the first series. Yeah, I ain't touching anything with Bryce Young, man. That dude may go down on the first play. I mean, I don't know. I just don't trust him. And he can't see over the line.
Yeah. I feel like he might be running for his life.
Yeah, all the more reason to tuck it and run.
Right?
Can't see
Right.
anything.
That's fair. Y'all pile on it. I'll split it with you and root like
Yeah,
hell,
I'm
man.
going to say Bryce Young just doesn't freaking convince me about it.
Over a half a reception or interception is only minus 117. That's not bad.
Maybe you parlay him. Who did we say was going to throw an interception earlier?
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud.
Yep, there you go. Parlay the rookie.
To Minkah Fitzpatrick.
There you go.
Shit,
Minkah Fitzpatrick interception with Bryce Young interception thrown and Stroud interception thrown.
Dude, so it's like that's like 100,001, bro. You could go ahead and retire.
I love the way we piece these together with such confidence.
Yep.
When we're like, man, it's a lock. Count it.
Yep.
There you go.
And then we watch the games. We're like, what the fuck were we thinking here?
How did this? Yeah. How did we get here? What the?
It's worth $1. It's worth $1.
Except for
I've had 2 weeks in a row in college football on totals where I felt so good about an under, and it's literally went over in the first half 2 weeks in a row. That's kind of how I'm just like, man, the ones I'm most sure on going under, they just let the other team covered it by themselves. That's kind of the way I feel with some of these individual player props.
I feel you so much on that. And then, you have Eric last week shouting from the rooftops, Rico Dowdle touchdown.
Oh, man. You got to love those ones you hit, though.
They're not letting me parlay the quarterback and the.
Because they know it's a winner.
That's right.
So you can't parlay the 2 quarterbacks to throw the interceptions?
You can parlay the 2 quarterbacks. You just can't add
Minka.
Patrick. Bunch of haters.
Yep. They know it's a lock.
Interceptions. Carolina Panthers. You can get both throw an interception plus 250. I'm doing that. $5.
There you go.
2-leg parlay. That's the kind of thing that comes home. Sunday night football. Chiefs at Jets. Is this just going to be a bloodbath? Can this Jets defense, which is pretty solid, keep the Chiefs in check enough to stay within a touchdown?
It should be. It should be a blowout. But I've drank the Kool-Aid too many times on these Chiefs laying big spreads, especially after I piled on them last week and they got it done against the Bears. Just feels like a weird spot to me, man. Everybody's so down on the Jets. Everybody's so up on the Chiefs and stuff. And everybody's talking about how bad Zach Wilson is. I don't think that they're going to win. I don't. But I don't know that I see Kansas City just blowing the doors off in this thing.
Yeah,
real quick, guys. I gotta go.
All right, Elio.
All right, get ready.
Thanks
for
for joining us.
Big gift, brother.
All right, brother. Everybody makes a lot of money today.
See ya.
Hope everybody makes a lot of money.
Good luck to you, sir.
Peace out.
Beautiful. And then there were 5
Prime time unders in this one. Just stick with it.
That's probably a good bet.
Under 41.5. If the Chiefs opponent doesn't score 20, they usually don't go over. Those games go under almost like 80% of the time. Because the Chiefs, you got to push them to be the Chiefs. Seems like.
Yeah, and we know they're not a great team against the spread when it's a big number. So
this feels kind of like a 21-10, 21-14 type game to me.
Mm-hmm. Let's just get in, get our win, get out, get the starters off that shitty playing surface.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can still get it at 41.5. So it's not like you're missing out on the key 41 number.
Yeah. Yeah, that hook might save you.
Hey, go lock in Monday, October 9th, San Francisco -3 against the Cowboys. Go ahead and lock that in.
Lock it in. Smash it.
Will, if you're listening, lock us in for that too on a contest now.
Hop on that top rope elbow drop.
I think we got to wait till Tuesday to lock in our contest pick.
Yeah, they ain't gonna have no lines for you. You better be careful there, Jordan. Man, if the Cardinals were to find a way to find lightning in a bottle today and get the win, 49ers might beat y'all by 50 next week. They might pull a Dolphins on you.
Listen, all I'm going to say is I'm going to pick the Niners, and I'm going to talk about it all week, and I'm hoping that all of that being put into the universe changes our fortunes.
I love it. I love the reverse psychology.
Yep. Yep. All real sports fans do the reverse psychology. Sometimes it works.
I get it.
I can't tell you how many times I wore my throwback Brett Favre jersey last year, Green Bay Packers, just to try to jinx that team to lose.
Now you don't even need it.
Yeah.
Oh,
before that game, Aiden Hutchinson reportedly walked across the field to the Packers sideline and walked up to Jordan Love and said, "Lace him up tight. It's going to be a long fucking night for you." And then just walked away unscathed. So I feel like our team is soft.
I mean, what are you going to say to Aiden Hutchinson when he walks up and says something to you? I mean, that kid.
But your lineman needs to punch him in the fucking head.
Yeah. Maybe if Bakhtiari would actually suit up, he could have been there to defend him.
Hey, Quadzilla, come fucking do something for a change. Get after this guy.
Tackle that motherfucker like he's a mascot. God bless.
That's what I was going to say. You think Aiden Hutchinson walk over there if Bakhtiari's ready to go, man? They already knew he was going to be out of the game.
Yep. Oh, he's in a hoodie. You're good.
Yeah, I go talk my shit now.
I mean, you have to start Garrett Wilson. Is that it?
I mean,
is that the only?
Do you though? I need y'all's input on this, man, because I can't, in good conscience, bench Garrett Wilson. But at the same time, I don't have a lot of confidence he's just going to light it up because the man throwing him the football.
So listen, last season Garrett Wilson was almost quarterback proof. Like he was balling with the corpse of Joe Flacco and Dynamite Mike White. The key word there is almost. He is not Zach Wilson proof, and I don't think Jerry Rice in his prime would be Zach Wilson proof. I can't start him at all. Whoa.
I'm with you, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm sitting there and I see those 14 to 15 projected points every week, but I'm like, I just don't see it, man.
The only way he's getting it is by him turning nothing into something.
Right. Taking one that should have been like a 7-yard pass for 75 to the house or something.
See the Dallas Cowboys game.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, that's really, you're firing up your Chiefs, I guess, right? Kelsey, Mahomes, Pacheco.
I've got
a lot of Pacheco, CEH. Maybe they run the ball, kill some clock.
I'm not playing CH ever again in anything.
No, not even in my enemies DFS.
So Isaiah Pacheco, 54.5 rushing yards, smashing the over on that. He's gone for at least 54 rushing yards in 10 of his last 12 games.
Dang.
Oh man, I like that then. And Jets defense pretty nasty though.
Yeah, it is.
You still like it?
I still like it. Do we really think the Jets defense is going to do anything to hold back the Chiefs? Get at it. There's no way.
I'm with you. I just wonder how they're going to do it. I don't hate that. I'm probably going to wind up.
They'll do it because they'll be up by 3 touchdowns going into the second half, and then it's just going to be the Isaiah Pacheco show from there.
Okay, game script. I like it.
Yeah.
There's also, I think Jerick McKinnon is 10.5 rushing yards under, and he's only had like 3 rushes all season long, and 2 of them came in garbage time last week.
I was going to say,
it's such a low number, but
do they even hand him the ball? I don't ever see him touch the ball unless it's a pass.
Pass catcher. He honestly should be reclassified as a wide receiver at this point.
Yeah, slot guy for sure.
Yeah, and that's what he's been his whole career. Even in Minnesota, he was just a shifty little guy you dumped the ball off to. I get him and McKissick mixed up all the time because they're like the same player.
I started to say that's easy to do.
With the same name, 100%.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's our football games. I got some prop bets I like today. I'll list them off to you, see what you guys think. Calvin Austin.
Hey, real quick, boys. I got to bounce. I got to get ready for TSF, but hopefully I'll see you guys on the next show, and y'all have a great Sunday.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right, Judge. Be good, brother.
Thanks,
we love
boys.
You. All right,
good luck,
man.
buddy.
You guys.
All right, Cricket.